That work ethic that I mentioned, when you were playing and you were the first guy in the gym, the last guy to leave, and you had teammates who didn't share that work ethic.
Yeah.
How do you, when you're you, play with that?
Well, it depends, because there's two different kinds, right? There are some that have that kind of laziness, that don't care because they don't love the game. You know, that's a different thing. That you can't really put that in someone. You know, but there are other teammates that I've had we've won championships with that are doing it for a different kind of reason. Like, some people don't really want to put themselves out there out of fear of failure. Like, if I really try and apply myself and I fail nonetheless, you know, how does that make me feel? Where's my self-worth there? And so when that situation occurs, you kind of figure out what those insecurities are, and you try to help them navigate through them, you know? And so you kind of got to mentor players every now and then.
Toward the end, after that horrific injury that you suffered, when you weren't playing at the level that you wanted to play at, tell me what that was like.
Oh, it was frustrating, but it was also enjoyable in a weird way, because I was trying to figure out from night to night, what could I do and what can't I do? Because there are nights where, like, okay, my legs feel great, and then a minute into the game, it's like, okay, I have no legs. How is that possible? Like, I don't understand. So I'm just old. All right, well, I got to figure out another way to be efficient or to help. Yeah. And so, like, every night was a different puzzle. And so I found excitement in trying to figure out what tonight's game was going to be physically, you know? And then I just found enjoyment from that perspective, and it helped me get through the year.
To that end, in the Mamba mentality that you did with Andy Bernstein, he talks about your work ethic. We both talked about your work ethic, but in those photographs, I didn't realize how much thought you put in to each player that you opposed.
Oh yeah.
And their tendencies, and that was what was beautiful about that book to me. The snapshot of you creating separation, or putting your hand up, or making contact with a player. And yet, when I've talked to my sons about basketball, I say, don't think, right? Yeah. Do it all in the training and then don't think. So explain that to me, the thought process as you're playing.
You have to do an immense amount of research, and then study that over and over and over and over. So then when you play, those things are organic and they just happen, right? But the only way to trust that is to do enough study and enough research, where then it just seeps to the back of your mind. It's like downloading software, man. Once you download it, it's in there. But it's a certain seriousness that I took to winning championships. You know, these fans here are passionate fans. Right? Winning championships means everything to them. It means everything to me. And so I had to approach my craft with that same level of seriousness. So I didn't want to leave any stone unturned, whether it's little tactical things, whether it's understanding the mental state of my opponent and different ways we can break them down. Whatever the case may be, I needed to really study in order to win championships.